Hello, dear friends. A very revealing new updated report has just been released. Opinion piece: Galactic Race. Situation update. Energy activation. NASA unveils its supersonic plane. Let's start. The galactic central sun activated a sun on New Year's Eve and caused a strong solar flare. At the same time, it activated the entire galactic central race to begin the process of final liberation of the Earth's energy grid, according to a new report from Cobra. In early January, the Central Galactic Race activated all hidden Atlantean crystals, including the 10-meter-high astral crystal found beneath the seafloor near Bermuda. Those Atlantean crystals are now connecting with the Chintamani grids and empowering them. The Central Galactic Race has also activated dormant spaceships from the Atlantean period that are buried beneath the Giza complex, beneath the Amazon rainforest in Antarctica and elsewhere. Those spacecraft now tap into the planetary power grid and connected to intermediate space stations that the Central Galactic Race built in ancient times, and that span the entire solar system. They have also reactivated the Chaco Canyon site. As a result of all these enhancements, the forces of light were able to increase the volume of Molnir technology to 10 or 12%. We are just a week away from Pluto entering Aquarius, and the clique is scared. That's why they have planned to restart the system through a global cyber attack and survive in their bunkers. As Pluto passes through the last degree of Capricorn before entering Aquarius, there are already signs hinting at a revelation. The first attempts to make humanity interstellar are also taking place. Infiltration. According to Cobra, after the source began removing the subquantum anomaly in early December, the task forces became frightened because they felt cornered and trapped. This attempt by dark forces to retake the solar system was repelled, and the tide began to turn after intense battles at several bases on remote asteroids within and beyond the Kuiper belt in early January, and the solar system is expected to be completely free of that darkness in a few weeks. Some members of the Indian Darknet have activated ancient jump rooms that were located in underground tunnels beneath some Hindu temples. Some of those jump rooms were dormant for centuries, sometimes even for millennia. Through those jump rooms, they teleported around 300 million reptilian beings from the etheric plane into humanoid physical bodies and attempted to take back the solar system by teleporting those reptoids through an ancient network of jump rooms spanning the entire planet, the solar system, and which was also dormant for centuries. That Indian network has also teleported many of those reptoids through the ancient network of jump rooms beneath the planet's surface and matched it with the ancient Atlantean dark web that exists beneath Africa. Those dark underground networks are also being cleared. Of the 300 million reptoids, many have already been eliminated, and now only a little more than 100 million remain, the vast majority of them in asteroid bases in the Kuiper belt, some of them on Earth underground and very few in the surface. The Indian dark web was created during the Kurgan invasion of the Archons about 5,000 years ago, when a branch of the Kurgan invaded the Indus Valley and formed the patriarchal Vedic civilization in India, with a strict caste system. They were the ones who brought the belief in karma to mental programming. Remnants of this network are mainly prevalent in Rajasthan and Gujarat. The African dark web formed 14,000 years ago in the last polar shift at the end of the Atlantean period. When the equator shifted to its current position, dark forces built a network of temples and dark passages along the present-day equator, equipped with jump rooms through which reptilian entities could incarnate into cloned humanoid bodies. This is how many reptoids entered the human surface population from late Atlantis and formed their own network under the control of a few black nobility families. The network remains quite powerful in sub-Saharan Africa, especially in Cameroon, Gabon, and Congo, in South America in Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, and Brazil, in Central America in Nicaragua, Honduras, and Guatemala, and in India in Sri Lanka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Both the Indian and African networks are now undergoing an intense process of final elimination. The signs of that cleansing are everywhere. Breaking news: more than 70% of the Houthis' weapons remain intact after the attacks. Iran considers the attacks on Yemen a declaration of war in quotes. The bombing of Yemen can affect the world economy. Losses of a German container company due to attacks in the Red Sea. China's electric car invasion faces shipping crisis. The recruitment crisis prevents the UK from sending an aircraft carrier to the Red Sea. Massive protests in Israel against the Netanyahu government. The financial system could collapse if it continues to borrow, if it continues the system of debt. The European Central Bank warns of the new recession. Russia will maintain humanitarian supplies on grain and fertilizer to Africa. Discovered a large deposit in modern history in Russia. A volcano erupts in Iceland after hundreds of earthquakes. Alex Jones calls to investigate tunnels at the Jewish Center in New York. The fact that they are instantly poor in cement there is very suspicious. Where are the forensic teams? NASA presents its silent supersonic plane X-59, which will fly this year. Americas. Mexico expresses its concern over Texas governor's statement about shooting immigrants. The increase in prices punishes Argentina, while the highest annual inflation in 3 decades is expected. Released all the hostages in Ecuador's prisons. Peru consolidates itself as the world's second largest producer of copper. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.